after finishing a show which was, well, teasing me constantly with the promises of a relationship budding, never actually getting there, yeah, I'm ready to set myself down that entire path once again. At least that's how I see this going. The first season definitely took its time, and hopefully you'll be joining me again for more Chuunibyou. So, let's get going. I'm not sure if I'm ready, but I'll pretend I am. So he's, yes, living alone. And you can see the difference in the mornings already. Maybe not living alone. I wonder if he's gotten over the fact that he's not going to have a normal high school life. Not the origin tale of Sleeping Beauty that I know. At least having some semi-magical chant isn't usually the way to wake him up. What was that fisheye lens just now? I'm glad that Cumin is still a semi-relevant member of the party. I wonder if she's going to fall into the trap of Chuuni. I suppose the fact of his mum and sisters and whatnot leaving. Did they leave the country or just leave to further away? I can't remember what was said. Would bring a bit more of a adult kind of life, which juxtaposed to this. Dark side up. You should know where you put all your stuff by now. Do you really want him? Oh, this is going to be one of those situations, isn't it? No, it subverted my expectation there. It's doing some interesting things with the animation this time. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend ripping hair from scalps, no matter how much. Okay, I get it now. Due to the circumstances, they just happen to now be living together. It's a much better breakfast than what I've been having recently. Don't feed the cat tomatoes. Yeah, I got over it. I don't like tomatoes, but I've been eating them. Same thing as like quite a lot of food and stuff that I used to object to. It will stain. Yeah, dab it. Fair enough. Do you have a spare top to change into? Kind of. And you still haven't. That's a long skirt. Was she always... No. She changed her hair colour. No, about the other thing. Why are you trying to teach the cat about Schrödinger? What kind of experiments are they holding? Hmm. I hope she isn't having conversations that only she is being able to hear. Poor little antenna. Ishki? How could they forget Ishki? Oh no. Not his hair! Not again! I wonder, after having his head shaved again, if they'll remember who he is. Unless she gets held back for sleeping through all of it. Was that meant to be a joke? Don't force it. Don't try to be funny. Be kind of natural. Yeah, why is she trying to dress more homely, maybe? Oh, she was trying to get away from the whole Maurice Summer persona, wasn't she? One thing about schools that I really don't miss is assemblies. Ooh. So her arch rival and better academic. Are you reading straight out of the handbook that she wrote? Oh, she's branching out and making friends, isn't she? Yes, you should have known all of this. Good. Yeah, that's quite... So does he have any friends in this class, then? Who's not female, at least? None of them, Well, is Ishiki really Memorable? Is it better to come to terms with it and hope it disappears rather than trying to actively try to suppress it? The Barbra Streisand effect and all of that. You changed your hair. It was better before. You're gonna get all tangled again. I don't think you can act quite the same way, or if she's the one being looked up to by the rest of the cheese. I know how much she loves milk, so yeah. Of course, its derivatives you'd hate. What has she done already? No? Of course, if the school was taken over by armed ruffians, of course, the first one they'd call is Rika. Did she not update her address or anything? I suppose it would be kind of difficult to explain, considering they are the only ones at the address. Huh? Of course. It is the something something and napping club, so... And now she's perpetually staying away from it, I guess. I'm guessing it was a nightmare surrounding them two. Is he actively trying to get her to move out already? Nice. But considering the trouble that they're in already, just trying to hide the fact, yeah, might be good. Shrine Maiden? Wouldn't she remove it? Before running through the school with the note on her back? I don't know what Japanese renting prices are like. Yeah, it took me a few seconds to register on that one. It might be nice having just a regular kind of life and not the troubles that we're having at the end of the last season. Sometimes you have to let go of the things and move on slightly. Doesn't mean you have to forget about it. It's not always a bad thing, new experiences. Try not to run over pigeons. Yes and no. Yeah, it would catch up to them eventually. How are you going to try and get out of this situation? With violence, I see. The solution to all your problems. Why would you carry it around with you? Got to create your own sound effects. I mean, she's obviously prepared for all of this because because she brought the spoon. Already trying to bow out. She wasn't even involved! Well, at least she can have a nice nap. Oh, okay. It might be best to just stay down, Kierman. How long are we in? 10 minutes or so, and we're already getting a hopefully well-animated fight scene. Inverted castle from the sky? Why does he have his dark flame outfit on and the rest are still in their uniform? Why is she in cheerleading outfit? Okay, because she's a support. Whap. As much as she detests and denies Rika's playing around and make-believe, she doesn't help the situation by going along with it. Using her cooking techniques. How lewd. I guess to them it would seem a bit depraved, looking at the sensibilities of people in anime. I think poor Cumin, she's going to end up with concussion at this point. At this rate, sorry. I had no choice. Yeah, not a great defense. Especially talking to her sister. Who is looking out for her best interests. Come on, give details! He's too passive to actually do anything, and she's in her own world, so there's no... Really? You're exposing him in front of everyone here. Is it? I haven't heard that many folktales and legends from Italy. So his sister's back. For God's sake. You're not very reliable, mother. Yeah, they're not living alone now with his sister's back. That changes the dynamic completely. Does it? Yeah, but he has to move out. Her skull does sound a little hollow there. And living with his sister started. Well, that's pretty close. Don't smell the notebook. Piece of paper. Are we starting off the intrigue early, are we? And she's escaped already. Well, yes. If she's not living there, it won't go empty. It would be reused and someone else is living there. Go inside before you catch a cold. But would this show mention, oh, we've got new neighbours, if it didn't mean something in the near future? Let's dance, Cumin. Yeah, she did change her hair. I was constantly trying to remember and almost convincing myself that I was wrong. So what's the previous season had the story of Rika trying to overcome the loss of her father. Was the crux of it. What is this one going to revolve around? Is there going to be more mental trauma that are being dredged up? I wonder if they got some extra money this time, so they put a bit more into the creation of it, like with the extra camera effects. Like there was this weird parallax effect, or would that be what you'd describe it as? Early on in this episode. Maybe they'll continue, or maybe they squandered the entire budget on this one. As a introductory episode of season, for a second season at least, I think it did quite well. It relatively quickly reintroduced the characters, and it wasn't all just bulk all at once. So we had time to digest each and every one in case we had forgotten, and they did it in a semi-natural way as well, so it didn't seem forced. And I did like the slight changes to their character models because, well, it's the new year. Of course, they're going to grow slightly, and maybe one of them got off a bit worse for wear, but we've got to expect as much for Ishiki, don't we? Poor lad. Doesn't help himself, though. In a society like Japan, they're only really kind of recently getting round with the idea of dyeing your hair. And that's with normal colours, not to mention his punk rocker type haircut as well. If only he had some forethought. Of course, Chuunibyou is definitely a series that I enjoy, and I don't really have to be ashamed of it. It's just nice and quite funny. And hopefully you enjoy it as well. And if you did, let me know down below in the comment section. And if you want to see me continue, then definitely help me out with the like button, because then the graceful gods of YouTube will take kindly to me or something. But once again, you might want to get some rest. And definitely see you in the next one. This channel wouldn't be possible without all of you, and once again, I really, really appreciate it. But I do have to mention all of my Patreons, because they are awesome. Just straight up amazing people, especially Flawed Otaku and Raywin. So, keep up the good work, guys. Once again, thank you.